The bitter wind howled across the deck of the Southern Star as Dr. Maya Chen gripped her binoculars, her hands trembling, not from the cold, but from disbelief. Through the reinforced lenses cutting through the Antarctic night, she saw something that defied all logic. "Control, I need confirmation on visual," she whispered into her radio, struggling to reconcile her scientific training with what her eyes were witnessing. Something was out there, something impossible. Before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. The vessel's spotlights pierced the darkness, illuminating a massive form that initially resembled a surfacing submarine. As it drew closer, moving with unnatural grace through the black waters, Maya's rational mind began to falter. Years of studying marine life hadn't prepared her for this. "It's approximately 800 meters off the starboard bow," First Officer Harrison reported, his voice tense. "Estimated length, 30 meters, but—" "Dr. Chen, the readings can't be right. The sonar shows biological signatures." The creature breached the surface again, closer this time. Its pale, luminescent skin glowed under the harsh lights. Maya's breath caught as she discerned distinct features: a humanoid head with dark, intelligent eyes fixed on their vessel, and impossibly long arms ending in five-fingered hands moving deliberately through the water. A primal shiver ran down her spine. "My God," Harrison breathed beside her. "It's watching us." The crew stood transfixed, their routine tasks forgotten. Phones and cameras were raised with trembling hands, but the creature moved too swiftly for clear images. Within moments, it disappeared beneath the surface, leaving only churning waters and a myriad of unanswered questions. Maya retreated to her cabin, spending the night writing and rewriting her observations until her hands ached. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw those haunting, almost human eyes. The rational part of her mind insisted there had to be an explanation, a new species perhaps. But another part whispered that she had witnessed something that could reshape our understanding of life. In the weeks that followed, similar reports emerged from other vessels. The Japanese crews called it Ningen, meaning human. The name spread quickly through the scientific community, capturing the creature's unsettling anthropomorphic qualities. Dr. Sarah Martinez of the International Oceanographic Institute compiled the first comprehensive report, noting consistent features: approximately 30 meters in length, smooth white skin, and articulated limbs capable of bipedal movement. The encounter sparked a firestorm in the scientific community. Norwegian vessels captured thermal images of massive heat signatures moving beneath the ice, matching the reported dimensions of the Ningen. Russian icebreakers reported similar encounters, their sonar detecting large biological masses moving at unprecedented depths. Theories proliferated. Some biologists suggested an unknown marine mammal evolved in isolation. Others speculated about a surviving prehistoric species. More exotic explanations ranged from advanced underwater civilizations to extraterrestrial life adapting to Earth's oceans. The scientific community split into factions, debates filling academic journals and conferences. Maya found herself thrust into the spotlight, her detailed account and precise environmental readings making her a central figure. She testified before committees, analyzed photographs and videos, and spent months comparing the Ningen's characteristics against known marine species. Yet, the more she studied, the more questions arose. The creature's size and human-like features defied natural explanation. No known marine mammal displayed such distinct anthropomorphic traits. The ability to move vertically and maintain an upright posture was unprecedented. Research expeditions were launched, crowding the Antarctic waters with vessels seeking evidence. Environmental groups raised concerns about the impact on the delicate ecosystem. Indigenous peoples shared legends of human-like sea creatures, adding cultural significance to the mystery. 3 years after the initial sighting, Maya received an email that changed everything. Kenji Watanabe, a digital forensics expert in Tokyo, had discovered something peculiar in the pattern of Ningen reports. His investigation led him not into the ocean's depths, but into the internets. He found archived posts on a Japanese forum from 2002, months before the Southern Star's encounter. "The Ningen wasn't discovered," he wrote. "It was created, and I can prove it." The forum post revealed a collaborative storytelling exercise. Users had crafted the perfect cryptid, incorporating plausible elements. White coloration logical for an Antarctic creature, human-like features to evoke the uncanny, massive size to explain the lack of photographs. They had deliberately designed a creature that straddled the line between plausibility and impossibility. Maya spent weeks reviewing Watanabe's evidence. Her scientific mind warred with her memories. The original posts predated every verified sighting. Photos that seemed compelling were exposed as manipulations. Even her own encounter, seen through this new lens, took on a different character. The revelation sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Yet it triggered an even more disturbing memory for Maya. During her initial review of the Southern Star's equipment logs, she discovered a 17-minute gap in the ship's external camera footage during the height of their encounter. The official explanation blamed extreme cold for the malfunction, but now she wasn't so sure. She dug deeper into the Southern Star's history, finding that the vessel had been briefly chartered by a private tech company 6 months before their encounter. Ocean Tech Solutions specialized in advanced marine holography for underwater mapping. Their CEO had made cryptic comments about testing the boundaries between digital and physical reality in marine environments. Maya contacted Dr. Elena Kovac, a former Ocean Tech employee who had left the company under mysterious circumstances. Meeting in a quiet cafe, Elena revealed that Ocean Tech had been developing classified technology to create large-scale oceanic holograms, initially intended for military applications. "They wanted to prove it could work in extreme conditions," Elena explained. "The Antarctic was perfect, isolated, controlled access, and a history of mysterious sightings to cover any leaks." The implications were staggering. Had their encounter been an elaborate technological demonstration? Maya delved deeper, cross-referencing crew manifests and discovering that several temporary technical staff on the Southern Star had connections to Ocean Tech. But something still didn't add up. The hologram theory explained the visual elements, but not the sonar readings, thermal signatures, or electromagnetic disturbances their equipment had recorded. The physical effects observed during the encounter, the unexplained temperature fluctuations, the strange patterns in the ice formations, remained unanswered. Maya began to consider a more profound possibility that the collective belief in the Ningen had somehow manifested into observable phenomena. She researched instances where viral internet stories preceded impossible physical events, finding patterns in how digital legends evolved and spread. The Ningen was just the tip of a bizarre iceberg, suggesting that human consciousness and belief could influence reality more than previously thought. The philosophical implications were captivating. If digital stories could shape physical reality, what did that mean for the nature of truth? Where was the line between observation and creation? The Ningen had evolved from an internet myth to a phenomenon generating measurable effects in the physical world. In her private moments, Maya often returned to that night on the Southern Star. She had the equipment logs, the data, all suggesting something massive and real had been there, yet she also had irrefutable evidence of the story's digital origins. Perhaps both could be true. The truth is both simpler and more fascinating than any cryptozoological explanation, Maya wrote in her final paper. The Ningen is a digital-age legend that escaped its origins to influence reality. The power of suggestion, combined with the extreme Antarctic environment, caused even experienced observers to interpret ambiguous stimuli through the lens of a pre-existing narrative. What we saw was not an unknown creature, but a reflection of humanity's eternal ability to create and believe in mysteries. The case was closed, but its implications resonated far beyond cryptozoology. the Ningen became a landmark study in the intersection of digital mythology, scientific observation, and human perception. It raised profound questions about the nature of evidence in the digital age, where fact and fiction blur and information flows freely between scientific discourse and popular culture. Researchers began examining how internet communities could shape real-world observations and beliefs, leading to groundbreaking work in modern mythology and mass perception. The story sparked new fields of study in digital anthropology and the psychology of online belief systems. Years later, Maya stood on the deck of a new research vessel, watching the sun set over icy waters. The Ningen phenomenon had changed her career and her understanding of science itself. She had become a pioneer in studying how human consciousness and digital media could influence perceptions of reality. She contemplated how easily beliefs could be constructed and how powerful collective imagination could be. The Ningen had taught her that mysteries are not always out there in the world. Sometimes they are within us, shaped by our desires, fears, and the stories we tell. On a quiet evening, years after that fateful night, Maya sat by the window overlooking the vast ocean. The horizon blended seamlessly with the sky, a canvas of endless possibilities. She realized that the true value of the Ningen wasn't in proving or debunking its existence, but in the journey it prompted, a journey into understanding the complexities of perception and belief. The Ningen had taught her that science and myth are not always opposing forces. Sometimes they intertwine, each offering insights into the human condition. As she watched the waves, Maya smiled, content in the knowledge that some mysteries are meant to inspire rather than be solved.